Okay, hi. So long time no see. I haven't made a video in about a week for personal reasons, and it's a nice time to just pause and reflect on the work I've done over the past 3 weeks. So, this is the first installment of what is simply a weekly recap. It's pretty self-explanatory, but seeing as I've made no content this week, first weekly recap will deviate right off the bat, in the sense that instead of reflecting on the week, we'll just reflect on the first, I believe, 3 weeks of the channel's existence as a whole. As you might tell if you look through, I suppose, the library of content we have so far, um, I've experimented with a few different things and it's been quite ad hoc or improvisatory. Right off the bat, my goal was to just get mileage and make, and my specific goal was just to make something every day or strive to do that. And more or less, I've done that. I've had plenty of days where it just didn't happen due to, whether it's life getting in the way or just an unclear vision of what to make or how to make it. For the most part, that's been achieved. And whilst I'm glad of the result, there's some key insights I've kind of learned from this, which will allow me to take this moment to recap, to reflect, and then change direction moving forward so we can learn from them and stop making the mistakes that I perceive I'm making right now with this channel. So I'm just going to list through these couple of insights, keep it quick, brief, so that we've learned something and so that I don't waste your or my time more than I already have. I'll also just note one or two things to look forward to with the channel going forward very soon, and that's it. So the first insight is that you might notice I ramble a lot. It might sound like and seem like I like the sound of my own voice, and for the most part that's true, but that's a problem with content. This is YouTube. We're in an attention economy where I'm competing with people who can say a lot in a lot less and in simpler terminology. So talking long form, stream of conscious, and trying to speak in a complex fashion is really not beneficial. It really serves naught but my own ego and wastes a lot of time, not just in you watching the video, but also in the editors, i.e. me and my editor that I hire, to just sit there and wade through all of this nonsense that might be interesting, but it doesn't serve the purpose, the uniting reason for that video existing. So moving forward with this insight that we've learned now, I'm going to try and make an effort to keep talking to a minimum and also try and shorten the videos overall and keep videos really snappy. I think we'd all agree that it'd be more interesting that if the video's purpose is to update you on how my life's going, then let's just do that in under 2 minutes or under 5 minutes for sure. It doesn't need to go on for 15 minutes because, frankly, looking at the statistics, 80% of the, 20 people that watch these videos drop off in the first, I think it's like 20 seconds. So really, I'm serving no one but my own ego by keeping these unnecessarily long. Now, off the back of that insight, if we make that change going forward, and we will experiment with that, shorter, snappier videos, then that allows the time that is normally spent catering to this larger amount of footage or this larger runtime to editing that smaller chunk and making it more interesting. I've recently gotten started in my education with After Effects, which is a program for making motion graphics and animations which I can overlay over these videos, whether it's a subscribe button or text on screen, and the editor I hire is also savvy with this stuff already. So hopefully, and it seems this way, that by making shorter, snappier content, we can spend more time invested in these new components of the videos, which will be effects, motion graphics, which I believe might be the key to making what I do much more visually stimulating and also showing more than I'm telling. And really, you come on YouTube to see things, to watch it happen, to view interesting content. It's not a podcast, you don't listen to it. So the second insight I've gained is regarding daily content. It's possible, so that's nice to know. However, it comes at a cost, and I like to think of a lot of things as the cost of anything, even if it's free, is the amount of life you exchange for it. So to sort of film me doing anything takes just a little bit more setup time. If I'm drawing or playing piano, then I've got to think about what camera I'm going to use, where I'm going to put it, what the shot's going to look like, how I'm going to film it. Then add to that the time at the end of the session, let's call it, of uploading it to a computer, which is a lot of waiting, then uploading it to some form of storage and sending it to my editor, or then going and editing it manually myself. It's significant and it racks up. So to do this daily takes almost as much time as it takes to just get through my routine. Unfortunately, time is really precious, and that's kind of a unifying reason for this channel's existence. So I've got to walk the talk and really master for myself the art of time management and prioritizing what's important. Obviously, the videos aren't doing too well in terms of not popularity, because it's a beginner channel. I've got like 10 subscribers or whatever, and they're people who are just, I think, you guys just care for me as a person and would watch most anything I put out, and thank you for that. They're not succeeding in terms of interest. I don't find they have an interesting story to tell. I don't feel they have a reason for existing. They're just practice, really. So I'm going to switch and try a weekly schedule. So we're going to reduce from daily vlogs, or striving to achieve a daily vlog, to consistently achieving just 2 vlogs on the channel. These will be on, and this is all Australian Eastern Standard Time, because that's where I'm from, New South Wales. These will be on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Essentially, and this kind of boggled my mind, but I've thought it through, I will film vlog content from Monday to Wednesday. Keep it short and snappy, like the first thing we learned in this video. And then I will spend, or my editor will spend 3 days editing it, and that will be published on Saturday. Then the second half of the week, Thursday to Sunday's activities, whatever I end up doing, will be filmed, then edited from Monday to Wednesday. They also get a 3-day deadline, and then they will be uploaded on Wednesday. So it'll be this kind of staggered, always 3 or 4 days behind kind of schedule. However, I'm excited to see what the result is, because it's essentially going to A, practice being short and snappy, and B, it's going to empower us with something like 500% more time than we normally get to spend on these videos. Hopefully that will be the key to actually making them not only meaningful but valuable to anyone watching. And if no one watches, then to my future self when I watch these, whether it's the After Effects motion graphics or it's just the fact that it's shorter and sharper and has some form of story arc over a couple of days. So those are the insights. Now I've hinted at the schedule, and that's the last thing I want to mention before I close. There are some other things I want this channel to try. As you might know, I've filmed already a podcast with my darling sisters. That I definitely want to continue. I want to produce that every week. So on Mondays will be podcasts. As we've said, there'll be a vlog Wednesday. The next video will be Friday, which another show that will continue, and I've done 1 episode of, and I'm actually really surprised at how it turned out and how much I enjoy watching it myself. And so my sisters who co-starred in it is the Minecraft Let's Play. So we're going to continue that, some form of gameplay. Minecraft works swimmingly because it runs on all of our horrible computers. But in the future, I love gaming, and so do all my sisters. So I'd love to, in the future, save up, buy some nicer computers and equipment over several months or years, and try new stuff. But for now, Minecraft works wonderfully. So we're going to do that. So that's our Friday video, is a Let's Play style video. Saturday will be the other vlog, like mentioned, and Sunday will be the weekly recap. This is how content is going to work. I'm at least going to try this for about a month. And at the end of each month, I'd also like to do a monthly recap. And like I said, that's how this will roll. I'm really excited to see where it goes. And what I haven't hinted at and won't talk about until it's much closer to fruition is what the channel's really about. And there's a type of video that I'm going to hint and tease that will be the notable content that I think and hope will be worth sharing with the world and might really provide value to that. So I'm going to leave it there, but I just want you to know that I'm not just trying to do a run-of-the-mill channel, like let's do variety content, let's do let's plays, let's do reaction videos. I'm just trying to do what's meaningful to me. I love journaling and reflection and sharing the fact that I'm creative and spending my free time wisely. That's the vlogs and the recaps, being intentional with my time and sharing my artistic interests and my passion for learning. Then I love to spend time with my family, and I love to game, so that's the Let's Plays. I love to talk about, humor and philosophy, that's the podcast. These are all meaningful to me. But the videos that I really think are meaningful and worth sharing to the world, I haven't made yet. I said, got to figure it out, got to walk the talk. But hopefully this time I'm just going to walk and talk after the fact. So, like I said, I just want to inform you that this schedule isn't where it stops. This channel isn't just trying to be a replica of what already exists. I am really trying to create something that earns its place being here, earns its place in your life, and provides you a value that you can't get anywhere else. But until I make it, I'm scared to talk of it because I don't want to be a hypocrite and I don't want to oversell. I would rather undersell and overdeliver. So without further ado, enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope you enjoy watching me struggle to keep short and snappy, because that is against my intuition. And I hope you enjoy just the change of pace and the change of content. And please, if you have any feedback at all, which might just help me out, please let me know. Preferably email, because it's personal, it's one-on-one. Comments work too. And please, if you're new to the channel, or if you've watched a few videos already, please like, please subscribe. It just helps me have an indication of where I'm at. And all the best with the future. And that is Sunday. Goodbye.